Hello everyone, so today I'm gonna edit a couple more photos and let's get started. This is a 56mm F1.2, the shoot with Kyleigh. I think it was the first shoot. It was in the summer also, so let's edit some more summer style photos. I'm gonna use the U3 for this time, just maybe 60% for the U3, so it create a nice skin tone on it. And then I'm gonna sharpen it a little bit, slightly adjust the exposure. You can see that if not, maybe -5 or 6, around that, just based on the view. And then I think that's good. So that's before and after. I'm gonna do an Instagram crop 4x5. Let's see, have to have a little bit more headroom. Let me go down a little bit more. Okay, so let me save this one, and then the next one. So this is the backlight with the bokeh in the back, 56mm f1.2 shot at wide open, and I use the aperture priority mode so that I don't have to worry about the ISO. Most likely the ISO is around 100 because it's the backlight. Most of the situation is 100 ISO. So let me crop the portrait, and then I'm gonna leave more bokeh in the back just for the background context for the bokeh. And then let me slightly adjust up a little bit. So that's the before and after the bokeh shots. So let me increase slightly a little bit more. Okay, so that's good. Save it, and then I'm gonna copy the edit. Let me check the next one. Let me paste it to here, and then slightly adjust the exposure. So that's the before and after, maybe a little bit more sharpening, contrast. And then the next step is to have the 4x5 crop for Instagram. So this is the 4x5 crop for Instagram. Let me save it. Okay, so that's good. And then because the next one is the backlight also, I'm gonna paste it, the next one, to here. Okay, so slightly adjust the cropping, and then right here. So that's the backlight. So let me save it, save this one, and then let me copy. I'm gonna go paste it to the next couple of backlight one because they are very similar. This one I give more lights for this, and then slightly adjust the cropping here. The right hand side is a little bit too much room, so I'm gonna adjust the cropping. Still a little bit too much, so this is like trial, and then just to see after you finish, and then see how you feel about the spacing left and right. If it's too much, you just slightly adjust them. And the exposure, you can slightly adjust the exposure. So that's the before and after. And then let me save this one and this one. So let's get started with this exposure. I'm gonna give more exposure for this, and the highlight save, leave it, and 4x5 crop around the area, and then with some headroom on top. Okay, so slightly move a little bit more to the right. Okay, so let me move. Okay, that's good. And then let me save it. So these are the Fujifilm X-T2 56mm F1.4 with the backlights. So I'm gonna leave more lights for this one, and then slightly rotate to be perpendicular to the ground, and then slightly increase a little bit more. Cool. And then the next one, a little bit more U3. I'm gonna rotate a little bit so that it is perpendicular. So slightly increase the contrast, the tone, and the sharpness. Slightly exposure a little bit more. So that's a before and after. And then let me save it. And the other thing is we can adjust the HSL if you don't want too much blue. You can just desaturate it a little bit, so you can do this desaturation also. So let me save this desaturated blue and then copy and then paste it to the next three. So this one might be too bright. I'm gonna reduce the light for this one. So you can reduce the light, increase the contrast, and then slightly adjust the rotation. Okay, so that's before and after, and then save it. Okay, so next one, slightly increase the lighting. So 4:5 crop for Instagrams, and then around the areas of the eyes, and then okay, so save it, save this one. And the last one, so let me edit the last one, the sunset style. I'm gonna just leave it at the +0.1. Slightly rotate. The right hand side still has too much space, so I'm gonna reduce the spacing. Okay, so that's good, and then save it. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today's quick edit session. Stay tuned for more video coming up, and thanks for watching. Bye.